You say you love me, baby. Please come on the phone sometime.
Well, what we had today is a dedication of a Mississippi Blues Trail marker in Grenada. It's actually, I think, the third or fourth one here in Grenada. We've had them for Magic Sam and Magic Slim, and we're very happy today to have one that acknowledges various people, including bluesman Big George Brock, who just played, and Eddie Willis, who was one of the core musicians behind all the hits at Motown. And also, there's a number of different artists, but also Walter Davis, who is a major blues artist from Grenada. Had a lot of hits in the 30s and 40s, but most people don't know too much about him today. But the Blues Trail is not just about who's popular today, but who's been important historically speaking.
There are a couple of younger musicians that I had invited to come here who couldn't make it. Marquis Knox, who's only, I think, he's 23 years old, and he's one of the best blues artists out there right now, but he's on tour in Florida with his family's from Grenada. And another one named Kieso Pitchford, who lives in Los Angeles. There's Grenada artists spread all across the country, Chicago, Detroit, St. Louis, Los Angeles. So it's been an important source point for music.
We've had over 170 markers so far. We've since 2006, we put up over 170 markers around the state and actually around the world. We've got one up in Norway and out in Los Angeles, which those great distances demonstrate the impact and influence of Mississippi blues on the music of the rest of the world.
Oh, Lord, let me see. I've been to France, Amsterdam, and Switzerland. I've been to Germany.
I tell you, being back at home, it means so much to me, and I said I have been around the world twice. I said if I ever find the right spot, I'll know it. And by doing that, I did find the right spot, and it was right back where I left from, and that's Mississippi, in Gold Springs and Grenada. And that let me know, look, you have enough. You don't. There's not a better place on this earth, actually, that I would land, because I was really looking for some place. Everywhere I went, even down in Australia, I was looking for some place to stay. Just my own spot, that is. But the feeling wasn't there. It just did not feel right. And many other places. I went in there. Anyway, you know what I did. I brought my butt back home.
And with the board help, with the board of supervisor help, we named the street after Eddie.
That's right.
Eddie lived on his own street. And you can travel down number 8 and you'll see his name, say Eddie Willis Drive. Ain't that right?
This is an important day in the history of our state and our county and our city. As we honor an individual that needs no introduction. He's a Grenadian, been living back here now over 20 years in Gold Springs area, and we honored him at the Jubilee a couple of years ago, and I think he and I had a little conversation about a marker, the possibility of a marker then, and he told me, he said, I'd like to have it right downtown. I can't think of any better place to have a marker to have it in downtown Grenada. It's going to bring tourism to our state. A lot of people see it, and certainly it's important to us as a city to have somebody of his caliber wanting it downtown. Mr. Willis, you have been an inspiration to our county. You brought recognition to our state, to our county, and to our city. We're glad to call you Grenadian.
Here you have an individual who had played on some of the most popular records that many of us know. A lot of us grew up on it, a lot of us danced to it.
Tell me about Marvin Gaye, and tell me what it was like cutting What's Going On.
Oh boy, I love playing that stuff Marvin Gaye did. You see, because you had a little freedom there. You know, you had a chance to do a little ad libbing with your guitar and whatever. I love working with Marvin Gaye on his stuff. He like in the beginning he didn't. He had a producer. Somebody was producing these tunes. And then they gave you some freedom to kind of let you stretch out a little bit. But Marvin Gaye and me, he always, on me, I don't know why, he always kidding me, telling me, I had a Firebird, a Firebird guitar, that long neck on it. And this is what he always on my back about, why don't you go and put this thing somewhere, because you can't play it and all of this stuff, he was on my case, but he didn't mean nothing, It was just a kidding situation where he know he could do that with me, because I didn't raise no hell about nothing, man. I just was happy to be there, but I didn't know it was gonna turn out like it did, as big. I didn't know that, But it really was, it was a joy working with that guy, man, because he came up with some good stuff to work on.
Oh, I bet you wonder how I knew about your plans to make me blue with some other guy that you knew before. Between the two of us guys, I love you more. It took me by surprise, I must say, when I found out yesterday.
The whole point is that he was there in our life, and he's still there in our life today. And I just want to say to you, Eddie, that we are proud of you. We're proud of the endeavors you have did upon the music trail, and we think this is more fitting and deserving for you and for George Big Brock today.
What does the blues mean to you?
What it mean to me?
Yeah.
It mean everything to me. Happiness. It mean happiness to me because it have brought me a long way. And I love the blues because it's something like the truth. The blues got more truth to it than anything I know. Well, when the first music instrument I ever had, my daddy bought me and my brothers. I had two brothers, and he bought us a harmonica for Christmas. And they tore theirs up, and I kept mine, just kept on practicing on it. And that was the first harmonica I had when I was 12 years old. And I learned how to play a number called Burden Down. And he went and bought me another harmonica, and I kept on playing it. Then when I left here in Yallowbush County, when I left here, I got in touch with Muddy Waters, and I started playing with him, at the Saturday Night Feast Fry out in the backyard. I want to say to Grenada, I thank them for this day, and I want to say about Grenada, there's nowhere better than the place to live. If you live in Grenada, you're at home, and I feel like I'm at home today. Yes, I do.
I'm 80 years old, you've been worrying me. I'm good about the baby. I'm good about the baby. Worry about baby, you better worry about.
I'm 81 years old, and I thought I never would make it to see. They were honoring me for being the blues singer. I stretched in the dirt and I did a little everything, but I'm glad to be here. Thank God for Grenada.
I'm worried about the baby.